Let's talk psychology instead. All right. Can you guys tell me some of the problems you go through when it comes to psychology? Like, what's the problem? So let's talk psychology instead. Let's not. I don't want to go into charts because there's no need. So let's talk psychology. What are the major problems you guys face, and maybe you'd like to have my opinion or my input on that? I'll tell you one. One maybe for personally. One is not caring about anyone else's analysis, right? Because say for example, I have my analysis all marked up, right? And then I go maybe on into a group chat or something, and then I see someone doing something different. Now that's gonna start playing on my psychology because now it's gonna start making me feel like, am I wrong? And is this person correct? But at the end of the day, you gotta understand the fact that nobody has the right to be right. Right? Nobody, like you can never tell who's gonna be right. You never know if that person is gonna be wrong or if you're gonna be wrong. So why do you think that person is gonna be right? So that's what I tell myself. And when I see that, I just neglect it and I feel like, nah, whatever, I'm gonna do what I want to do and not what somebody else's analysis says. And that just happened right now, and that's why I spoke about it because I just checked on my social media right now and I saw someone um, trying to sell GU. Actually, is in a sell on GU right now. All right, a sell on GU somewhere around here. Let me show you guys. And it makes no sense because I looked at the market and I'm like, this is just stupid. So someone is in a sell from around here. I don't know what it played off, but is in a sell like something like this. Even its target is crazy. So I'm now like, am I the one who's wrong or is this person wrong? So someone is in a sell, something like this. All right, something like this. Um, and then targeting the lows, something like this. Does this make sense to you guys? Personally, for me, it makes absolutely zero sense because look at the higher time frames. Pay attention to the higher time frames. What's the higher time frame saying? We're really bullish. Why am I selling against the market? Why am I selling against the market? All right. So at this point, it makes no sense, and I have to pay zero attention to whatever the person's markup says because I'm still bullish. There is no reason to sell, no bearish market movement, nothing whatsoever. So why am I selling? Right? So at that point, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna just because I saw someone do something and then think that person is right and I'm wrong. Nah. Okay. So that's just one of the psychological things that goes on when it comes to trading. So I just thought I'd share it. And also I hope that there's something that you guys can use as well. All right, just be confident in yourself and be confident in your analysis and trust your own analysis and forget what any other person's analysis says and do you. All right. So this is your journey and this is where you are right now. Okay. Now I want you to tell yourself, all right, because you might feel like, oh, you're so far away from success. Right? And that is also to show you that you need to, if you don't move forward from that, if you don't go past that, how are you gonna get here? If you don't leave here, how are you gonna get here? All right? If you don't leave here, you're gonna remain here. Okay? So you need to start taking the trades because it's only gonna take 1%. It's just 1% risk. Losses are normal. Losses are not abnormal. Losses don't make you um a bad trader. Taking a loss doesn't make you a bad trader. Taking a loss and managing the risk makes you a good trader. All right? Even when you take a loss. When you take a small loss, makes you a good trader. But it's still a loss. Right? So taking a loss is absolutely no sense. It makes no difference basically. But you have to understand that you being scared and you being afraid to take a trade, you're just going to stay at one place and it's not going to take you to succeed. So until you leave there, so you're going to start seeing success. Okay, so it's all it's something personal. It's something that you have to decide that, okay, you know what, I'm going to leave this zone and I'm going to start the real journey to my success. All right. As soon as you stop being afraid, is when you actually start your journey. Okay. Now, aside that, I want you to also go over this YouTube session, which is how to think like a professional trader. There are 4 different episodes. So there's part 1, part 2, part 3, and 4. I'd like you to go through over everything. All right. And it will tell you a lot about the psychology behind trading and the fear behind trading and all of those kind of things that I feel like you're going to benefit from when you watch it. All right. Because I've watched every single one of them, and it really helped me understand a lot about trading. Um, so yeah, there's no reason why you should fear. You should fear. Just understand that it's 1%. Like, mark out 1% of your capital. And secondly, don't trade the demo. All right. If you trade the demo, you're just deceiving yourself. All right. What are the zones that you marked up for EU? Okay. I'll get to that soon. Don't trade on the demo. All right. Forget about trading demo. It's not going to help you anyway because you're just deceiving yourself. You're not going to feel, even when you lose on demo, that's not a real loss. Okay. So you're not going to feel that emotion that comes with losses, and also understand how to deal with the emotion. So I want you to trade live. All right. If you don't want to start, and here's the thing, like, if you don't want to start like big capital, even when I don't advise small capital, because when you start taking too much losses and you start seeing yourself drifting and making, like, you start seeing your capital drown and drain all the way down, it's not going to help you. So let's say at least $200, at least $200 account, at least start trading live, at least $200 account, and then start taking 1%. So that means you want to only lose $2 on every trade you take. And understand that it's only going to take you one trade to get back on track. All right. So just keep taking those trades, all right, and manage your risk. When you lose, you're going to find out why you lost. And then when you lose, find out why you lost and write it down. Did you lose because you were not patient enough to wait for the right trade? Did you lose because it was not the right time? All right, find out why you lost. And when you start finding out why you lost, you're going to start making a lot of progress. All right. So fear, all this kind of stuff, they don't really matter. The only thing they're going to do is stop you from getting to where you want to go to. So the question now is, do you want to stop yourself from getting to success, or do you want to get out of that area and get success? All right. Okay. Someone asked about EU. So let me go. Let me ask that question. I think. All right. So EU, I have here as supply, which obviously we just broke this structure point, and right there you have a week to week, which is a baseline in between. So that's why I have that area. And I think I just want to see the price action in that area, and if price gives me a reason to sell, then I'm going to hedge a sell position. So that's why I have that area there, an EU. So that's what I'm waiting for at this point. All right. And then this area here is my target if I do get into a sell. All right. So that is why I have this stuff marked up. Answer a question?
Sorry, I was just wondering what's that bottom area based off? Because I can't really
This
see.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. It's based off of a demand zone, right? A rally based rally. Can you see it? Because this base was the last base created before we broke out of this structure point and this major structure. Okay, now that major structure you see on, let me show you it on daily. All right, this major structure. So we have 2 structure points broken, and that was the last demand zone before the break. So at this point, there is no trade, and we're just chilling in it. But we've seen what we're expecting. So let me do a recap because the call is going to close anytime soon. So EU, no trades. We just want price to get here and then look for a hedge. GU, no trade. Gold, We're waiting for price to get to 1860, which is all the way up here. Alerts are set, and then we'll see if we can get a sell to the downside, but we're bullish at this point, right? So we're just chilling and watching what price does, right? So let's see what happens if price gets here before New York or tomorrow for NFP. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time when price gets to that area, and I'll do a live.
Thanks, much, Derek.
All right, take care. Have a great day.
Later, you
You
too.
too.